All right, looks like this morning for you guys is going to be mostly a news type of a day. Nothing really happening with crypto markets, not in the evening, 7:16 p.m. Eastern time, that is. Got 3, possibly 4 videos to chat about. So, the other day, I thought I talked about this a little bit. Maybe it was a couple weeks ago, I don't know. These rotten bags of human waste, poop, right in the middle of San Francisco. Streets, sidewalks. The homeless epidemic might possibly be worse than it's ever been, like, seriously, ever. You're going to love this. This is all from Zero Hedge, too. Like, it's almost funny, but it's like, hear me chuckling over here, but at the end of the day, this actually isn't funny. We've got a problem here. We have a serious problem. Again, when you have people making 6-figure incomes in California and they can't afford a house and they're lining the streets up and down with RVs, are you kidding me? Fed up Populace warns San Franciscans, watch your back for homeless people. What? An anonymous San Francisco resident took out a full-page ad in the San Francisco Chronicle Friday, claiming an encounter with a homeless man at a Neiman Marcus cafe left her feeling, quote-unquote, horrified, she said. The ad, first noted by Business Insider, reads, watch your backs, nobody else is, as if stepping over used syringes in filth in Maiden Lane wasn't bad enough, is what her ad says. The woman then goes on to detail the incident in which she says that a psychotic homeless person was opening and closing scissors erratically behind her, which made her fear for her safety while trying to enjoy her lunch. Quote, over my right shoulder and behind me, I noticed a youngish homeless man acting silent, strange, and trying to peer over the food counter. It struck me how out of context this was. I just turned around and saw this homeless person wielding a large pair of scissors that he was opening and closing erratically previously behind my back. While waiting for security, this psychotic homeless person took a glass of water and walked out of the door onto Geary Street, wielding the scissors. The ad claims to have been paid for by the Fed Up Populace campaign. However, it doesn't appear to have an online presence whatsoever. In short, a rich woman was frightened by a homeless man at a Neiman Marcus cafe, then took out a full-page ad in the local paper to alert people to watch their backs. And while the plight of a sheltered rich woman may not garner much sympathy from some, San Francisco has fallen into absolute squalor as homeless people roam around, littering the streets with mountains of trash, bags of crap, and syringes. A few recent headlines from the past few months. It's a literal crap hole. San Fran sees over 16,000 feces complaints in 1 week. 20 pounds of human waste. Major medical convention abandoned San Francisco, citing street safety. We're not coming. There's crack and heroin everywhere. Homeless set up shooting gallery inside San Francisco BART station. And finally, terrified San Francisco tourists shocked by aggressive vagrants, discarded needles, and dead bodies. And I'm over here a few years ago begging y'all. Y'all still over there in California? City of Compton. City of crap bags. City of homeless epidemic. City of drug problems. And now you might notice they said, and while the plight of a sheltered rich woman may not garner much sympathy from some, here's the thing. Did you not hear what I just said a minute ago? There are people making 6-figure incomes. Even low, sure, but 6 figures. I'm sure just about everybody listening to this message right now will be like, oh, I'd take that low 6-figure any day, right? And they can't afford to live in a freaking house. They can't afford to rent a house. They are literally lining. I did the video. My buddy Dave sent me his own photos. He said, Joe, when I'm back over there, I'll send you photos. Dave, appreciate that. He sent me photos and I put them up. Did a video. It's a few weeks back. Lined up and down. Bike lane, my butt. Bike lane has now been repossessed by the RV roamers. Nomads, if you will. So, this is what happens when you have this unbelievable massive gap between the rich and the poor, and I'll go ahead and say it, these liberal left policies, and we have a Federal Reserve that won't allow these corrections to happen. We'll just pump everything up. Nope, keep pumping the housing, keep pumping the housing. What did they do? They bailed out the banks. They bought all the garbage assets or houses that were worth crap and just gave them 100%, 100 cents on the dollar basically. House, $200,000 house, maybe worth $80,000, like in ruins. We'll give you $200K. That's what happened back then, back in 05 and 06. Well, it didn't happen then. It was happening, and then the crash happened 2008. The issues were coming up. Rather than let the whole thing collapse, let the market work its way out. And yeah, there would have been some fire sales, but that's what has to happen. You can't, polish a turd and then sell it as something else. And then when we catch on, hey, that's a turd. No. We'll keep polishing it, and we'll keep raising the price of it. As a matter of fact, this has to be dealt with. So all this talk, California's going to split off from the U.S. You know what? Looks like you should do that. And if you do it, good luck, because these homeless people, they're yours. They're on your property. They're in your so-called country should you split. And no, you won't be able to ship them off over here, because Donald Trump may have to make that wall, make a sharp right turn into the coast over there by California and cut that off. Oh, not our part of our country anymore? Have a nice day. Yeah, just sad. I mean, this is what we've become. Again, this is all these videos I do over all these years. Pretty much every one of them, including the crypto stuff. All of it. Symptoms of a dying empire. Symptoms of a democracy that's dying. Again, I've said it 100 times. Democracy is a degenerative form of government out of the 3 or so main types of government. It is a degenerate and in a temporary state of governance. I've done videos on this, which I'll go and plug myself again for the 15th time. Just search Realist News on YouTube. Realist News, the cycles of government. And you'll see, we have great minds of the past, philosophers you will recognize, telling the story of these cycles of government. And yes, democracy is a degenerative form, which ends like this: corruption, fraud, payouts, handouts, and we got to keep this train going. Tax the taxpayer a little higher, more taxes. Hit him again. Ain't enough. Hit him again. Ain't no recession here. Hit him again. Yeah, but I can barely afford my house. Hit him again. As Mama Fratelli said in the Goonies, follow them size 5s. What is this, ma'am? Is this water? It's wet, isn't it? Drink it. Yes, ma'am. Take care.